Let's summarize the disadvantages and the advantages of the internal rate of return approach. We saw that the IRR rule stops working when we are dealing with non-conventional cash flows. For example, a financing type project where cash inflow is followed by cash outflows rather than the other way around, which is what investing type projects are. And another example of non-conventional cash flows is when cash flows change signs more than once. So once would be you invest money today, that's a negative cash flow, right? And you receive money in all future years. That's a positive cash flow for each year. So there is one sign change. But here we're talking about more than once. So from minus to plus, and then at some point from plus to minus again. And in this case, what happens? We have multiple cash flow, multiple IRRs. So the number of IRRs equals the number of times cash flows change signs. And the problem with that is that we're not going to have one range of required return for which the project is acceptable. There will be multiple such ranges. The second big problem is we cannot use the traditional IRR rule when we need to pick one project between several alternatives. So when we deal with mutually exclusive projects, again, we need to completely rewrite our IRR rule so it can fit a situation like this with comparing mutually exclusive projects. The advantage of the IRR rule is that it's really strongly kind of linked to the net present value calculation. So we are considering all cash flows. Nothing is being ignored, which was the case with the payback period approach, right? Everything is discounted back to time zero, so the whole time value of money is taken into account. The book also says that the IRR rule is easy to understand and communicate. I guess all you do is calculate the IRR for your project, and then you simply compare it to what's required. If it's better, higher than what's required, then the project should be accepted. Then you can also say that one advantage is if you calculate your IRR and it's something very large, let's say 70%, you can be pretty sure that whatever the typical return is for projects like these ones, maybe done by other companies, your IRR covers that. So you're better than anything else that's typical with this kind of projects.